Welcome to AI Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: Elon Musk told OpenAI to move faster right before he left the company in 2018, NYT. Don't roll your eyes, looking the part could land you that job. First Nations voices focus of Sydney's NYE celebrations. Guttural, breathy mating calls of male koalas trigger new tracking devices. AI, profit and power, is Sam Altman sugarcoating the apocalypse? Elon Musk told OpenAI to move faster right before he left the company in 2018, NYT. Yahoo! Elon Musk told staff at OpenAI that the company needed to move faster before he left in 2018, according to the New York Times. The billionaire, who co-founded the company in 2015 but left 3 years later, is known for his cautious approach to artificial intelligence, AI, innovation. In March, Musk signed an open letter calling for a 6-month pause on AI development, saying the technology had the potential for civilization destruction. Don't roll your eyes, looking the part could land you that job. Wall Street Journal. A new study from Harvard Business School has found that having certain physical features or accessories can boost a candidate's chances of being hired. The researchers analyzed 63,000 job openings and over 160,000 freelancers who applied for them over a 6-month period. They found that men wearing glasses and with a computer visible in their photo were more likely to be perceived as a better fit for a software programming assignment than those without glasses, while a beard also gave them a slight edge. For design and media-related jobs, a smile and a high-quality photo were important. Women with reading glasses and an artistic look were seen as a better fit for graphic design jobs. The research also found that certain photo features could tilt the selection process when profiles had equally high ratings from previous clients, and the advantage could be roughly the equivalent of a 5% pay differential. The study suggests that paying attention to the details of a profile photo can go a long way in the hiring process. First Nations voices focus of Sydney's NYE celebrations. The Sydney Morning Herald. Sydney's New Year's Eve celebrations will highlight Indigenous voices with a 5.5-hour program including a smoking ceremony, AI-generated illustrations projected onto Sydney Harbour Bridge pylons, and appearances by animated dogs Bluey and Bingo. The celebrations will begin at 7:30 p.m. with a traditional smoking ceremony and welcome to country. The 9 p.m. fireworks will be accompanied by an original soundtrack produced by UN artist and rapper Nuki and Sydney-based singer 18 Yeoman. Illustrations of Indigenous figures will be projected onto the bridge pylons, along with AI-generated imagery. The midnight fireworks will use 8.5 tons of pyrotechnics. Guttural, breathy mating calls of male koalas trigger new tracking devices. ABC. Artificial intelligence, AI, is being used to track and protect koalas in Australia. Smart sensors have been placed on trees in New South Wales that activate when they pick up the sounds of male koalas mating. The technology has been developed by the International Centre for Neuromorphic Systems at Western Sydney University. The devices are designed to help guide decisions on how to protect koala habitat and populations by making surveys more efficient. The AI software filters out other audio features and only detects the distinctive sounds of male koalas. The technology could also be used to track other threatened species. AI, profit and power, is Sam Altman sugarcoating the apocalypse? The Sydney Morning Herald. OpenAI, the nonprofit founded in 2015 by Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Ilya Sutskever and Greg Brockman to keep an eye on dangerous AI technology, has changed its approach. Altman now runs a for-profit company, creating AI products, and the future of OpenAI seems uncertain. The situation is emblematic of a wider problem: nobody knows how to regulate AI. On trust, arts, AI and more, read excerpts from finalists for the 2023 Balsillie Prize for Public Policy. The Toronto Star. David R. Sampson has won the 2023 Balsillie Prize for Public Policy for his book Our Tribal Future: How to Channel Our Foundational Human Instincts into a Force for Good. In the book, Sampson explores the concept of trust and how it is essential for social species. He argues that trust is a paradox because different parts of our brain seek different solutions to the same problem. He also discusses how humans have innovated novel ways to solve the trust dilemma, such as friendship and tribalism. Sampson believes that understanding the contours of tribalism is critical to the survival of our species. The other finalists for the prize include Max Wyman's The Compassionate Imagination: How the Arts Are Central to a Functioning Democracy, Ryan Minuch's Booze, Cigarettes, and Constitutional Dust UPS, Canada's Quest for Interprovincial Free Trade, Ajay Agrawal, Joshua Gans, and Avi Goldfarb's Power and Prediction, The Disruptive Economics of Artificial Intelligence, and Michelle Good's Truth-Telling, 7 Conversations about Indigenous Life in Canada. Each book tackles important policy issues in Canada, such as the role of arts and culture in society, interprovincial trade barriers, the impact of artificial intelligence, and the need for truth and reconciliation with Indigenous communities. The Balsillie Prize for Public Policy is awarded by the Writers' Trust of Canada and is worth $60,000. The prize recognizes nonfiction books that contribute to policy discussions on social, political, economic, and cultural topics. The winning book and the finalists' works shed light on important issues facing Canada and provide valuable insights and perspectives for policymakers and the public. Chinese EVs, spy cars, and America's next red line. Bloomberg. The U.S. is expected to impose non-tariff barriers, through restrictions on tax subsidies for electric vehicles, EVs, to counter China's success in the EV and battery market. The code for foreign entity of concern is China. The curbs would aim to reduce Chinese input in EV batteries, however, it is more difficult to avoid in the short term. The U.S. government may attempt to prevent money from bolstering China's economy, but a loophole remains open for Chinese companies to buy targeted components from another nation and sell final vehicles or key parts to the U.S., with few restrictions. While BYD has stated that the U.S. is not part of its expansion plans, other Chinese automakers are already present in the country. The U.S. government is likely to take further action to counter China's presence. U.S. lawmakers have previously raised concerns that Chinese companies running self-driving tests in the U.S. collect sensitive information about U.S. citizens' daily lives and infrastructure. Key chip materials maker goes into debt rather than raise prices. Bloomberg. Japanese chip-making supplier Fuso Chemical is struggling with mounting debts as it refuses to raise prices to cover rising capital expenditure, CAPEX, costs. Despite being the dominant supplier of silica used to polish silicon wafers, Fuso Chemical is unwilling to raise prices for customers such as Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, Samsung Electronics, and Intel, as the company fears this will damage its reputation and risk losing long-standing relationships. The company, with a market value of around $1 billion, would need to double prices to keep pace with plans but would be seen as a traitor. Beyond tech, the extra skills needed to future-proof careers. Financial Times opinion. Business schools need to teach students the importance of flexibility and adaptability in an uncertain future, according to experts. They argue that future-proofing careers will require a combination of hard technical skills, such as mathematics and programming, as well as softer skills like innovation and the ability to learn on the fly. Students must also recognize the role that non-technical, community skills play in successful businesses. The experts emphasize that a willingness to think outside the box and find solutions, as well as a proactive approach to uncertainty, will be key attributes for future leaders. The Twitch CEO who wants grandmas to live stream knitting. The Sydney Morning Herald. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy has said he wants to broaden the platform's audience to include more than just gamers. Clancy wants to make Twitch a place where users can build community even if they only stream for a couple of hours a week. The platform, which was bought by Amazon for $1 billion in 2014, is currently popular among gamers and esports fans. It allows users to stream their gameplay and chat with other users watching the stream. Clancy said that Twitch's key point of differentiation from competitors like TikTok and Instagram is its focus on community. OpenAI applies for GPT-6, GPT-7 trademarks in China. South China Morning Post. OpenAI has applied for trademarks for the names GPT-6 and GPT-7 in China, according to records on the website of the Trademark Office of the China National Intellectual Property Administration. The applications were made by OpenAI OpCo, the major entity of the Microsoft-backed startup. OpenAI has been advancing the capabilities of its large language models, LLMs, and in March unveiled GPT-4. The company did not disclose how many parameters GPT-4 has, but it is estimated to be more than 1 trillion. OpenAI has also filed for trademarks for GPT-4, Whisper, and GPT-5 in China. Ego, Fear and Money, How the AI Fuse Was Lit. New York Times. A recent article in the New York Times provides an in-depth look at the battle for control over artificial intelligence, AI, in Silicon Valley. The article tells the story of how tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Microsoft, as well as billionaire entrepreneurs like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel, have vied for supremacy in the development of AI technology. The article highlights the intense debates and rivalries that have emerged among these tech leaders, as they grapple with the question of whether AI will ultimately be a boon or a threat to humanity. One of the central figures in this battle is OpenAI, the AI research lab co-founded by Musk and Sam Altman. OpenAI has been at the center of controversy in recent years, as some of its founders and employees have raised concerns about the direction of the company and its potential impact on society. The article also explores the ethical issues surrounding AI and the role of regulation in the industry. While some tech leaders argue that AI should be controlled and regulated to prevent potential risks, others believe that AI should be left to develop freely in order to fully realize its potential benefits. The article concludes by noting that the battle for control over AI is far from over, and that the future of the technology remains uncertain. What are the implications of Israel's reported use of AI in Gaza war? Al Jazeera. The Israeli army is reportedly using new artificial intelligence (AI) technology to expand its potential list of targets in Gaza. This has raised concerns about the implications for civilians and the possibility of more deaths. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has stated that he wants to eliminate Hamas, and the resumption of airstrikes and shelling has further escalated the conflict. The use of AI technology in targeting has the potential to increase the number of casualties, as it may not accurately distinguish between combatants and civilians. AI for every hospital scan under Labour plans to learn from Australia. Telegraph. Every major hospital would analyze scans using AI under Labour plans to double NHS diagnostic capacity and cut heart deaths by 1/4, the Shadow Health Secretary pledged on Sunday. Wes Streeting has spent a week exploring the Australian healthcare system under plans to create health policies which learn from the best international practice. In an interview with The Telegraph, Mr. Streeting said stroke services in this country were in an appalling state, by comparison. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.